Hello everyone, welcome to SAP Technomaniac. In this video, we are going to discuss our first query option where we need to do implementation to work that query option, that is order by. Let's get started. Start with our first query option, $order by. To understand the $order by, first we will see how to call this $order by from our URI. To call this particular query options, we will going to use our existing OData service which we have implemented throughout this video series, that is sales order service 02, where we have two entity types. One is sales order header and sales order item, and the relationship between the sales order and header and item we established through the association header to item, and we have the items navigation. It's a very simple, but in this video we just use the sales order header to understand how to do this different query options. So first we will try to get the data from the sales order header. So to get the data, obviously you have to use the entity set name. So sales order headers is the entity set name, service name / sales order headers, and it will return us it will call the which method? Get entity set method for this particular entity type. There is breakpoint. Okay, let me do F8 and I will get the data. If you see that till now we have implemented only the sales order get entity set method, get entity method, and items get entity set method. In this we will be needing only get entity set method. It is calling this get entity set method simple select query, just getting this data whatever is needed and putting inside this table, and up to 100 row I'm using because I don't want to fetch entire data from the system. When we do the filtering, we no need the up to 100 rows, the filtering also will do, but as of now I need only the 100 data. On that 100 data only I will apply the different query options. So in this set I got the all the 100 sales order over here, but the sales order number I'm getting 4969, then 4970, 4973, 7377. If I come down at last 506466, it's already sorted, I think so. I'm not worrying about the sales order number. Suppose I want to sort this particular instead of the sales order number, I want to sort by the customer number. You can see 1390 customer number is there and 1033 is there. I want to display the data, the order by the customer, so I can easily see the customers quickly. So for that, what I have to do, I have to apply the order by query. To apply the order by query, what you have to do, you have to write the question mark $. You have to write order by. This is the query, and order by equal to Kunnar customer number. I want to apply the order by, and first you have to write the, okay, let me remove and write again. So otherwise, first order by, and you have to write the equal to sign, and you have to write the Kunnar, and then you have to give one space. Then you have to write you want ascending order and descending order. For ascending you have to write ASC, and for descending order you have to write DESC. And again, if you want to add some more query option, you can write the ampersand sign and symbol, and you can write again, I just want to display this data in the JSON format, $ format equal to JSON. It will look good. Let me remove the breakpoint if it is there again. Okay, I removed the breakpoint. Okay, this time let it trigger the breakpoint. I want breakpoint because I want to see when I'm passing this particular query. Since if I pass simply, I will not do any code. As I told you, this query option we need to implement some code. If you without code you do this, run this particular URI, you will try to get the data, you will get the same data. There will be no difference. But if we want to write some code, based on that code, that we have to write that whenever we are returning the data, we have to read this order by, and based on this order by data we have to return whatever the user is asking for. In this time I'm asking the Kunnar should be in the descending order. That's those kind of data I'm asking. So you can see breakpoint got triggered. If I return this data, this is not the sorted data. If I return simply this data, FT, if you see the customer number here, Kunna, you can see 13901175. This is not the sorted order. It will give simply the data. But I want, before sending the data to the front end, I want to sort it because some user is applied order by. To see all the importing and exporting parameter, you can go to your locals variable and you can see all the importing with the symbols. These are the all are the importing parameter and these are the exporting parameter. You can see I need importing parameter because I applied the order. So one is that IT underscore order table is got filled. You can see if you double click over here, you can see they filled based on the Kunnar descending order. But you should not use this IT underscore order because it got obsolete. To get all the URI request, to get all the URI detail, that you have to use always this particular object, IO tech request context. It will be having all the informations. This particular objects either in form of the information will be available either in form of the attribute, or you can call some method and from that method you will get the other details. If you open this one IO underscore tech request and if you open the MR request, inside the MR request you can see all the detail whatever the sent by the front end URI. So in this case I want to see the order by or order detail. Key tab is also there, navigation path is there, property path is there. Each and every detail whatever you are sending through URI you can see over here. You can see the order as well. If you click on the order, you can see the customer and descending order. I want to utilize this particular property and the order is the descending order that I want to use, and I want to do the sorting based on that. But if I do simply here F8, you can see you will see that you didn't get any order by detail. If I do F8 here, if you see the data, Kunnar 1390 first I am getting, then 1175 and then 1033 and 2140. This is it's in not the sorted form. Even we write the order by query here because we didn't implemented any code for the order by. That is the reason. To run this order by, we have to implement in the backend some code. So let's implement that particular code. So how to implement? We will do code implementation in Eclipse only. So as of now, we got the data from the ET entity sets. There are different ways to achieve this sorting. What I can do directly, I can sort this ET entity type by the Kunnar and then I will send. But user now order by only Kunnar. Suppose he want to do the order by not only by the Kunnar, as descending order, sales order, ascending order. Instead of sales order, suppose currently sales order is coming in the 496 ascending order, I want to display in the descending order. That also the user want to do. So he can write different query also. In that case, he will write like here that the query will be something like this: sales order by sales order. Instead of ascending order, he will put the descending order and format equal to JSON. That kind of query it will run. But again, this query, in this query also he will get the same result because we didn't implement it again anything. We have to handle each and every field whatever we are getting from the front end, or we have to indicate those things to the we have to tell the front end guy these only the things, or the request should come from the front end guy, only these fields we need in the sorted order. Based on that we can write our code. So this way what we have to do, there is one utility class. It's very good utility class. The class is /IWBEP /IWBEP/CL. Since it is class, it should start with CL MZW underscore. This is data related, so data control space you will do, then you will get the utility class. So this is the class name. In this class we have 3 static methods to achieve the filtering, order by and paging. As of now we are talking about the order by, so let me do shift enter, and in this order by what we have to do, we have to pass our order here and we have to get the data here. So but if you pass the order by here, first I have to get the order by detail which is coming from the front end. As I told you where we will get that particular detail, if you do F2 over here and you will see that IO tech request you will get in the in this IT sort also, but there is little bit, if you try to get from here, there is little bit disadvantage. I will tell you what is the disadvantage and is when we are debugging and it got obsolete also. You should not use IT order, you always use IO tech request context. Control C, and then you have to get this particular, as I told you, either in form of the method or in form of the attribute. You will get all the detail. In this case I want to get the order, get order by, shift enter you will do. If you do F2 over here, this get order by table will return one table, so I have to get the data in one table, lt underscore order by. I will do inline, I am doing the inline declaration, and I got the data. And I will try to pass this order by directly here, and which data I want to order, that data I will pass here. But here is little bit problem over here. This particular lt order by and this particular IT order, which both are not compatible. If you do F2 over here and see, this IT order is expecting us to pass these two fields, property and order. But in the LT order by, if you do F2 over here and if you see that how many fields are there, there is 3 fields: property, order and property path. They don't need property path field. I just need to get the property and order from this particular LT order by table, and that only I have to pass in IT order. For that I have to declare one more table, that will be my local declaration. So it's very simple: data LT underscore order, that should be type of this IT order. If you do F2, you will get the type. You can copy from here, Control C, and you can paste here, and that's it. And that LT order you have to fill from the LT order by. There is 3 fields in LT order by that, and in LT order there is 2 fields, and that we have to move corresponding. We can use here move corresponding from LT order by table to LT order. Control C, that's it. And that LT order table we have to pass here. Okay, there is something wrong here. Or that LT order table now we have to pass here instead of LT order by table. That's it. The coding part is done. I will explain how it is doing the sorting, dynamic sorting. That is very important. Again, Control F3. Let me see the breakpoint again and put again one breakpoint in our select statement, and let me refresh. And meanwhile what I will do, Control F3 I did now, or let me see the data how it is coming from the front end. This time we did the sales order. I will tell you that why we didn't use that IT underscore order importing parameter. If you see here, F6 I will do, I got the data here. That's not a problem. 100 order, I got the data. If you go to the locals, if you open this IT underscore order, see carefully, you got sales order, descending order. But this sales order it is not the actual field in our table. The actual field in our table is the VBLN, and we have renamed as the sales order. If you use this IT underscore order and if you try to sort this particular table with the sales order table, because there is no sales order field at all in this table, so that will create a problem. Again, you have to map that sales order to VBLN, and then you have to do when you use this IT order. But when you use this IT tech request and F5, and if you get the data using this IT tech request, and if you see LT order by data, there is no sales order. It is here we have actual property name VBLN, which is technical field. It will return us the technical field name. Using this technical field, we can apply easily sorting. But if you use this IT underscore order, we will not able to apply the sorting easily because this is sales order. This is one thing. And second thing, this is the utility class. It's a very useful utility class whenever we are applying. Because why it is useful, I will tell you. Let me move the corresponding data. First, I will show you both the data why we did move corresponding. LT order by is having the 3 field, and if I do F6 and LT order, we have only 2 field. So that is the reason it's asking only for the property name and the descending, whatever you are doing, ascending and descending, whatever you are doing, just that data it is asking. And how this utility class is working, we can write our own code also instead of utility class, but there is already classes there, so that is the reason we didn't write. So what it is doing, it is looping through this IT order table first, which is having all the, not only we can pass the single ordering, we can pass multiple ordering, VBLN, descending, Kunnar, ascending, we will see that also. That also in meanwhile. First, how it is implementing the sort, that's very interesting. So they are getting the property name from here, and then they are checking that if it is descending, they have filled the descending equal to X. If it is ascending, they are not filling anything, and they are creating this IT underscore O tab, LT underscore O tab. It's a very important table, LT underscore O tab, where we have to fill the field name. If it is descending, put the X, and as a text is, if you want to sort based on the text field, again in the character type field, we can do the sorting. It's a standing, for example, based on the alpha values, what we can say, based on the ABCD also we can sort further using, if they have put age text equal to X, then we can do further sorting as well. So as of now, for the sales order number, we don't need age text, so no need to worry. This is we are not passing from front end also, just we have to care about the descending and the name field, this name and descending. Like that, it is getting all the field, and once filled everything, is just using this data which we have passed under sales order and just applying the sides, this particular dynamic data. This is the one way of the sorting. If you go to the your ABAP code, and if you do F1 normal sorting, we do sorting by fields. Apart from that, we can pass this table also. In the table, we can pass this data. It will automatically sort based on this data. This is called the dynamic sorting. Again, it's very useful in the OData because we need this dynamic sorting. If I do F7, and if you see the data, the already data is sorted by the sales order in the descending order. You can see 5084 we are getting, then 83. Previously we were getting first sales order as a 54969. So let me do F8, and you can see the result is replicated. You got the 5084 in the descending. Now not only I want to sort by the this particular sales order 5084, I want to sort by the some other thing as well. For example, because in this case I have sales order as a unique, then two things I can't sort, but still how it will work, I will show you. Suppose first I want to sort based on the customer, then I want to sort by the sales order number. So in that case, how I will pass? So first what I have to do, in the query, let me copy this query, Control Alt, Control C, and paste this query over here in the nearby order by, like we usually do, and remove this data, increase this little bit, and I don't need this one's our name. And you can see this query, and wherever we have a space, they have applied, they filled with percentage 20. That no need to worry. And suppose I want to sort differently. Let me Control C, Control C, Control V. This time I want to sort order by customer number first. The customer number field name is Kunnar, I think so. Kunnar, K-U-N-N-R, Kunnar. But this Kunnar should be in ascending order, ESC, and sales order I want to display in the descending. You have to pass in the comma separated list. Comma separated list, order by Kunnar ascending, comma sales order descending, then format equal to JSON. This query you have to write, order by, Control C, and let me pass this query over here, Control V. Let me do enter, and let me see my debugger. Debugger, taking time. it got triggered. Okay, so you can see now, if you see the local variable in IT order also, you got two fields, but you can see Kunnar, again the front end field name, not the backend field name. This is how the OData metadata is showing, that is the same field name we are getting, but we need the technical field name for the sorting. So F6, 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 I will get the technical field name from the IO tech request. If you see this LT order by, it will give you Kunnar and VBLN. Kunnar in ascending order and VBLN in the descending order, and that I will pass here in this particular utility method. It will loop through this all the data, and it prepare the LT underscore O tab. Let me do F8. So if you see LT underscore O tab, you can see Kunnar in ascending order, sales order in descending order, and this will be passed in this particular sort statement. It will take care of, and if you see the data, it will be sorted accordingly. Kunnar 4969 currently it is there, and customer is the 13. Let me do F6. So you can see sales order got descending order, Kunnar got the ascending order, and sales order descending order for that particular customer. If we have multiple for this customer, multiple orders are there, you can see accordingly it got displayed. You can see for the 1002 we have multiple, so we got the 5055 first, then 5026, 1749, 49, like that it got for the 1002, and it will be displayed in the front end as well. Let me do F8. So you can see we got the same result. First the customer number 1000, and the second customer is the 1002. We have first order 5022 and 1002, then second order 5026, it's 5026, 5055 was there, and then 5026 it's in descending order, and 5017, and it's accordingly it is displaying correctly 4997 for this particular customer. So this is applied automatically. So some people, how they implement, instead of using this utility class, they do the loop, case statement, it's ascending or descending. It's very tedious work. This is one. And another one, if you have simple select statement, and the front end guy told we only need always customer in descending order, the better to apply in the select statement itself. That is again one more thing. If you are using in a HANA database, you are working with HANA, then there is a different thing. You can write those order by, and whatever the query, you can directly write on that particular select statement that will execute it at the database level, and you will get directly result. That is another different thing. But if you can do directly at the select level, that is your first choice. But most of the time I can see there will be multiple select options to fill up your final entity. Then from that final entity we have to filter out the data, or we have to do the sorting and other stuff. So better to use this utility class once we get the data finally, and accordingly this will be sorted, our data, we will get our result. In this video, we have discussed the order by query option. In my next video, we will discuss the filter query option. Before going to that video, please like this video, share these videos with others as well. With that, thank you and happy learning.